Couple is behind bars after allegedly taking part in a $1 million shoplifting spree at Lululemon stores.
Because trust, if it's not forwarding from Kingmixup, it's not credible, and you already know the deal, my peeps. Me there yourself for telling no war going for not to go on. So let's just kick it off with Paparazzi Apple and her husband J Icon. As you know, they have been convicted of felony charges, for the Lululemon theft. You see, I said they was given, probation and all of this good stuff, but they are still fighting restitution. You see me? Yeah, Lululemon said I'm gone with over $1 million. You see me? I said, and I'm gonna want them money back, but Paparazzi Apple them have a different thing coming. So in Paparazzi affidavit number 3, she said, I dispute the amount of restitution ordered by Lululemon or requested. She said all merchandise taken from Lululemon stores were recovered and returned. She also indicated that the seller of premium clothing, the recovered items cannot be sold in the stores and must be sold to a discount vendor. However, Lululemon has not provided any documentation supporting its claim. You see, my people. And she said, finally, I do not have the ability to pay the amount requested. I currently work with R&M Cleaning Solutions, and my pay is based on being called to clean specific buildings. So my income varies from week to week. If I receive more than, calls for jobs, I earn more, but you already know the deal, people. May I paraphrase these things, summarize them, and I can press pause and read them in itself. Nevertheless, people, I wasn't able to see how much Lululemon was requested. In the documents that, Paparazzi are lying and put in, we say like $8,000 worth of stolen items. You know what I mean? The stocking them, all of these things. You see what I say? So I thought them said them I deal with, but wow, Paparazzi Apple said she's making $180 to $250 per week. And get this, I currently live at my mother's home with my mom, husband, co-defendant, J Icon, and them 3 minor children. And them said my husband also owe restitution in the amount of 34,000 US dollars for a criminal matter out of state of Colorado involving Lululemon. Me bumper clamming people. You see, man, some of us are giving them a quick update while going for that to go on. Like I said, you can press pause and read, the documents that was updated in the system were there, but yeah, them still get off scratch free. But like I said, they're not trying to pay a fee, and Lululemon hasn't provided the documentation for that. But back to the living arrangements, this is why the sender has said in front of them don't know, them can afford us. They say, man, we see them sell and purchase us, but so hopefully these things don't lead them to committing perjury and getting some next charge. You see me? But anyway, let's proceed to the next. Trending update, and have to deal with makeup. Shan, boy, people, they look like, say them a fight over body, and it look like one of them, they want to get somebody put on them so them can do some manly things to the other one, because this is what this says, not a police report. Whoa. Police responded to the residents at Blank, in Florida regarding a domestic disturbance. Upon arrival, the police made contact with victim, Tika, and stated that, she and her wife, the defendant, Miss Shanice Wilson, became involved in a verbal altercation. You see, I say, regarding a surgical procedure. So I don't know what kind of surgical procedure they might need, but me thinking it's our body, you see me. Anyway, during the course of the argument, Blank reported that Miss Wilson, the defendant, grabbed a knife and began pointing direction in a threatening manner. Miss Blank advised that Miss Wilson's action caused her to be in fear for, safety and well-being, as the knife was being held in a way that could readily cause serious bodily harm. Blank further stated that during the incident, Miss Wilson struck her with a closed fist on the left side of her face, resulting in a visible injury to her eye. The strike occurred while Miss Wilson was still holding the knife. Blank stated she did not consent to any physical contact. Observed that Blank has, lacerations with, which is consistent with her statement, photographs and all of these things. Miss Wilson was located on scene and subsequently transported to North Broadway Hospital. Following the incident, the defendant advised, post Miranda, all of these, the right to remain silent, a lot of these things during the verbal and physical altercation, and seized a statute, and threatening to strike her with. This action left the victim to retrieve her firearm while the victim was in the process of grabbing, the firearm. The defendant subsequently grabbed a knife, pointed it at her, and then physically, battered her with her fist while, wielding the knife after the victim pointed the firearm at her. Based on the totality of the circumstances, including the victim's statement, the presence and the use of a potential deadly weapon, a knife, the victim expressed fear. And, the observed injury probable cause was established. Miss Shanice Wilson was taken into custody and charged with the following. This is aggravated assault with deadly weapon, domestic violence, and battery causing bodily harm, domestic violence. At this time, there is no further, what is it? That is why you see, homegirl never be allowed to her wife because, restraining order the state put up on these things. Tika did post up, counseling session and all of them things. So, who knows the charges which be dropped in the near future. You see me? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But thank God everybody is still here, right? Let's proceed now. Them say Blam will not get arrested for fraud. Yeah, one back in a one, my people, say Blam, they get snatched up by the boys. What they and them still in the ice, holding and know them snatch up in mama. And these are the charges: fraud, impersonation, use of ID without people consent, 5,000 plus, unlawful possession of personal identification, bail 7,500, and them say she have 40. You see, man, say young woman, you see it. So just giving them quick update while going to go on. Do not forget to check out these next suggested videos on the sip on the screen. And in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I suggest you do so. Turn on the notification bell to be notified when I drop the latest and dancehall news, music reviews, and gossips. Bliss.